Boris Johnson has been urged to walk away from Brexit talks after the EU was accused of adopting an extremist position. Despite Mr. Johnson's October deadline for a deal with the European Union passing, both sides have held urgent talks to try and secure a trade deal before the end of the transition period in December. But negotiators have been unable to agree on issues such as fishing rights and state aid, with reports claiming a trade deal will be struck between the UK and EU within the next 14 days. Brexiteers have claimed the EU has adopted an extremist position, which is impossible to meet halfway. The website and research group BrexitFacts4U.org has urged Leave voters to bombard the Prime Minister with letters urging him to walk away from trade talks. They outlined two key messages for Mr. Johnson: walk away from trade talks and rescind and void the abominable withdrawal agreement. They said, it has been almost 4.5 years and still the EU is insisting on totally unreasonable demands in the trade talks which would prevent the UK from acting as a free and independent country after December 31, 2020. It's time to walk. The website, which hails itself as the most prolific researcher and publisher of Brexit facts around the world, added EU negotiators have not been prepared to offer a normal free trade deal. They continued, the wall was predicted on a normal free trade deal with the EU, akin to deals the EU has signed with other major countries. This is something their negotiators have not been prepared to offer, and the UK is now well within its rights to nullify the agreement on the basis of the EU's lack of goodwill and good faith. Unless this is done, the UK's territory will be split, its economic and social freedoms will be curtailed by the EU, and it will be subject to some EU laws for decades. This is hardly what it means to be a free, independent and sovereign nation. Yesterday, the EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier warned David Frost he will pull out of the Brexit negotiations unless there was a major shift by Downing Street within the next 48 hours. Mr. Barnier warned his counterpart further negotiations would be pointless unless the UK was willing to compromise on any outstanding issues.